Hey guys, so I'm doing the introduction for the video because I obviously did not do the introduction because of that video to travel to London. Initially I wasn't going to be going to London. My flight was supposed to go from Raleigh-Durham to JFK and then catch the direct flight from JFK to Doha. Anyways, those plans got scrapped quickly because my flight to JFK was already delayed and had a potential to be canceled, which then officially got canceled after I already left. So I was able to react quickly, go to the airport, ask them to rebook me, and they rebooked me on this flight to London. I've looked around on the videos from Raleigh to London and I have not seen any flight review, so I wanted to be able to show you guys how it is, the experience of flying from Raleigh-Durham all the way to London. So again, because of the chaotic aspect of this trip, I was not able to check in, to record the check-in process or the security process, and I skipped all the way until I just went directly to the gate because I was already late. So I hope you enjoyed this video as we show you going to London from Raleigh-Durham on American Airlines 777-200ER economy class. Today we're flying to London on American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER on economy class. This is part of my mileage run with 3 airlines, 3 cabin classes, 4 continents in 4 days. I hope you will stick around and watch the whole video as we chase the Platinum Pro status on American Airlines and OneWorld Emirates. Also, be on the lookout for the full video showing how I was able to travel around these 3 airlines and what I did at each destination. My initial flight was supposed to go to JFK and then to my destination. However, 4 hours before my flight to JFK, I decided to check on the status of my flight and it showed on time. But when I looked at the incoming flight, it said delayed and it was arriving at 10 p.m., which is 2 hours more after my departure time. This already showed me that the flight will most likely either get delayed or canceled. And if I was going to make it to my flight to JFK, I needed to act quickly. And if I took the flight that was delayed and made it to JFK, I was going to miss my flight. I checked the previous flight in and out of JFK and RDU on that day, and they were all delayed at least by 2 hours. I called American Airlines customer service and they were not willing to assist me on this issue. They gave me the runaround and told me that the flight was going to be leaving on time, even though I showed them in their system that the incoming flight is going to be delayed. I politely tried to inform them that if they only checked on the incoming flight, they will see that it's delayed already by 2 hours. They continued to refuse to assist. I politely accepted their lack of knowledge and I went to the airport early anyways because I knew my options were limited. Anyways, if you're new to our channel, welcome. Thank you for those who have been with us since the beginning. If this is something that you enjoy watching, this type of content of travel, be sure to subscribe. When I arrived at the airport, the young lady who assisted me was patient and was able to sort out the situation. She knew that the flight was delayed and I was going to miss my flight. I presented her with the option and she was able to quickly change my ticket to catch the direct flight from Raleigh-Durham to London that was already boarding. I quickly thanked her and headed through security and to the gate, being the last person to board the flight. Rule of thumb, always check your flight status and incoming flight. If you see any patterns, look already on the airline website and see your other potential options. This way, when you speak with an airline employee, you can present them with the options and they will let you know if it works or not. The other pointer is for you to be flexible to make changes on your itinerary. This could mean catching an earlier flight or going to another connecting destination. Also, when online or over the phone, if it fails, head straight to the airport as they have more options there. So anyways, this change of plans. I was supposed to go through JFK and then to Doha, but now I'm doing Raleigh-Durham to London video instead. So stick around and see how we board on this flight here from Raleigh to London Heathrow. Flight time, 8 hours. So boarding the flight, as I stated, I was the last person for their boarding pass to be scanned and ran quickly to the jet bridge, finding last minute passengers too. Hi, 23L. Thank you.
So there are 3 classes on this flight. There's business class, which is configured 1-to-1, all aisle access. Then you have economy plus, and then economy class, where we're sitting today.
Today I'm sitting on 23F on this full first part of the main cabin. I didn't know that this Raleigh-Durham to London route was so popular. This route was suspended during the COVID time, and it is just started back up in June of this year. Let's get familiar with this limited economy class seat on this 777-200ER. This is a standard economy class sitting with limited leg rooms. The seat has a standard recline. There's a screen in front of you with the USB charging port and a power outlet to charge your larger device. There is a tray table for your meals and also working. There's also a remote controller for the entertainment system. Speaking of entertainment system, the IFE has a great selection of recent release movies. The screen was responsive and I was able to watch one movie without issue. The ground crew pushed us back and it was time for us to make our way to the runway. The taxis circled Terminal 1 before returning to Terminal 2 runway for takeoff. We had, however, gorgeous views of the sunset. We're taking off from the south end towards the north. Our flight time today is just under 7 hours. Shortly after takeoff, the cabin crew began the dinner meal service. On this flight, the options offered were chicken or pasta. I went with pasta. The meal was actually tasty, and I was able to finish my food. After meal service, I watched part of my one movie on board. It is time for the toilet review. The toilet is a standard toilet with limited amenities. The toilet is small, but it serves its purpose during the flight. Let's get back to our seat. The cabin light changed, and it was an indication that if I'm going to survive the next day, I needed to sleep at least 4 hours, and this is exactly what I did. I was woken up by meal service right before landing into Heathrow Airport. The meal, yogurt plate. I wasn't hungry, and I knew that better food was waiting for me in London, so I didn't eat at all. We started making our descent into London with beautiful sunrise views. At this moment, I would like to thank the sponsors of this trip, my kids and my wife, basically my family. They were nice enough to allow Papa to take this long but brief trip, even though it was on their long weekend home. So thank you, family, for allowing me to take this trip. We made our landing in London 15 minutes ahead of schedule. Shortly after taxiing, we arrived at our gate for deplaning, where I was confronted by one of the cabin crew. A bit more of that shortly in the video. I recorded a bit of the plane since I did not have initial boarding footage. I started making my way out towards the front where I faced an angry flight attendant. Normally, I'm just recording my exit off of the plane. She stopped me and told me that I'm in violation of the federal law that prohibits the recording of the aircraft. Really? Now, while I do understand that there are some rules from FAA, I don't think it prohibits the recording of the planes. First, I'm now recording the cockpit and giving details on where the doors are and how to unlock them. As a creator, I'm demonstrating my experience on board of the flight and the service that is being provided so that my viewers can have an understanding on how the plane they will take on their next trip looks like. This is not a violation. There are millions of videos of airplanes all the time by creators all over the world, including flight attendants and pilots who post this on both YouTube and TikTok. No wonder why American Airlines is losing on customer service and ranked amongst the worst airlines in the world. The flight attendant insisted that I delete the video in front of her. I wasn't going to argue with her. I deleted and recovered the video after leaving the aircraft. Now, not all the cabin crew were unfriendly. It was just this one specific flight attendant. I didn't let her action ruin my day, or the flight for that matter. Anyways, let me know in the comment on what you think about this interaction with the flight attendant. So anyways, I'm here now at the BA lounge, or the first Galleria lounge here right now. So I'm going to Doha. Initially I was supposed to be flying directly from JFK, from Raleigh-Durham to JFK to Doha. But for some reason my flight from Raleigh-Durham was delayed and then canceled. Thankfully, I was proactive about that, and I was able to actually get them to switch me right away and catch the direct flight from Raleigh to London, and then from London I'll be going to Doha. So anyways, that's just the nature of travel. So that's one thing you always have to try to do when you're traveling, is to just be proactive so that you can be able to see how you can make changes quickly, right? If flights are changing or getting canceled, delayed, you just have to watch it. So the one thing I did was actually, I was watching my incoming flight from JFK to Raleigh, and that said it was delayed, and then the previous flight that was going to JFK, that was also delayed. So at that time I already knew that if I didn't react or act quickly, I was going to miss my flight. And I have a quick trip, which is a quick turnaround for a total of 4 days. So if I would have missed that flight, then it would have cut my trip to 3 days. So I was glad that I was able to do that. They changed my itinerary a little bit, but I'm okay with that. So I'm right now in London. I'm gonna chill here for the next 4 hours, and then we'll be catching our flight from here to Doha. So if you just watched the video from Raleigh-Durham here to London, towards the end of the video, I was recording the cabin because I was not able to do that when I first got in there, and the lady was like, "You can't record." So this one of the flight attendant, even though the other one was okay with me recording, the other one is like giving me all this BS rules. It's not like I've not done this in the past. So by this point, airlines should be able to know that people are vlogging about these things and people are going to be recording their aircraft. So there's nothing new. It's not like people have not seen these aircraft. But anyway, she was giving me trouble, telling me that I can't record, and asked me to actually delete the footage that I recorded. So, which was really crazy. I didn't really want to argue with them, so I just said, okay, sure, I'll go ahead and delete the footage. So again, this is the nature of this type of work that we do on vlogging and trying to present these things to you guys. So there's a lot of stuff that really goes into that a lot of people just don't see. So right now Anyways, I'm gonna be super tired. I did not get much sleep. I got about 4 hours sleep on the flight, which I guess was okay. But hopefully you enjoyed it, watching it. Again, I'll be taking the same flight back here in London in a few months from now. So hopefully I'll get a better footage. Again, everything was chaotic from the beginning. Just trying to change my flight, so it was quickly like changing my plan. Initially, I was going to be recording the direct flight from JFK down to Doha, but again, that did not work according to plan. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. It really helps us, and then make sure you actually subscribe to the channel, and that will actually help us as well. So see you in the next video. Bye.